I think the spice is starting to pick up on these points.
It is.
If you're a cyber student, when I say networking, it's not physical networking like with wires. It's human networking.
I'm not offending the other majors, it's just they're all cool, but...
All right. Well, welcome. This is our second ever Hot Potatoes episode. So a little rip on the Hot Ones YouTube channel. No affiliation. We're going to start simple. So if you guys want to load up on your first wedge, you can go ahead and try the first hot sauce. I'm also going to participate in this, so I'll just eat mine after asking this question. So we actually want to start simple with just, introduce yourself. Who are you? How did you end up here at BYU-I? And we're going to start with you, Hera.
Okay. Hi, my name is Hera. I'm from Albania. This is my second semester in BYU-I, and I'm studying computer science. And how did I end up here? It's really interesting. It was actually my last option to come here. Yeah, it wasn't even my first option. When I came here, I started software engineering, but then I decided that I didn't like doing it, so I switched to computer science. And I'm still learning, and I really like it so far.
Awesome. We're going to have to come back to that last option.
Okay.
But Chase, or Brother Willden.
Yep, I am Brother Chase Willden. I graduated from BYU-Idaho a while ago, and I worked on campus for about 4 years after graduation and left for about 6 years. And I always wanted to come back and teach. So I came back, and when a position opened, and I applied and been here for about 2 years now, so it's pretty fun.
What were you doing in the interim of 6 years?
Yeah, so I was manager over a couple software teams, one at a startup called Stu Kent at the time, and then through Water Analytics out in Boise, so I was manager over some of their AI software teams. So it's pretty fun.
Correct, and I told you we're going to come back to it. So the last option, what was the journey?
Actually, I've always wanted to come to the States. I've applied actually in different colleges in the States, but my plan was not computer science or software engineering. It was pre-medical.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, between pre-medical or pre-dentistry, because I grew up with a family. My dad is a dentist. My grandpa is a doctor. So I grew up studying a lot about biology and chemistry. Programming, I knew a little bit about it, but that's really interesting. I was praying to God and ask which was the right path for me, and then I decided that I should come here and do computer science. So it's been pretty fun.
So the burning question that I think everyone's going to have who's watching this then is, correct me if I'm wrong, sophomore, technically,
yeah,
almost a junior.
Yeah.
So that's a good amount of time in the degree. How do you feel about it now? Are you happy?
I'm happy, but I'm still learning more, which is good. Yeah.
Yeah, especially right now with AI and tech has always been one of those you got to keep learning every year. Appreciate that introduction. Why don't you guys go ahead and move on to the second cup? Go ahead and try your next hot potato while I ask this question. So the theme of this video, or at least the theme that's going to be woven into a lot of the questions, is AI. And so the fear of an AI job apocalypse is doing more damage to students than AI is itself. True or false? Agree or disagree?
I think my answer is going to be different because it depends on everyone, but I would say that AI is going to include the lives of a lot of students, and we're going to try to learn more new stuff, and it's better to use AI as learning tool more than just copying everything and then paste it and then submit it. It's not only that. So I think every year AI is going to improve and is going to change. So that's my opinion.
So to be fair to say, you disagree, no apocalypse.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I think, but we'll never know.
Well, time will tell.
Yeah.
All right, Brother Willden.
I don't think it's going to be an apocalypse by any means. I think AI is an amplifier. If you have skills and interests, it will amplify those skills. If you were hiding that if you were basically being as lazy as possible through college, it's going to also amplify that too. So I think as long as you challenge yourself and find different ways to use it in positive ways, you can really become, you could basically use it as an amazing option and tool. So help you find a job too.
Yeah, I'm going to not that I'm supposed to be the one totally answering questions here, but I'll piggyback that as I noticed, and some of this is a little anecdotal, but there is a percentage of students, not just here, other universities too, that are in computer science, software engineering, or related majors where that used to be the easy degree. They used to be I'm just going to take that and do some programming on the side and make lots and lots of money. And I think AI is kind of taken those jobs off the table. So I don't think it's an apocalypse. I think it's just the students who were hoping to get that easy route. Now it's a little more rigorous. There's a little bit more involved.
It's weeding out the not serious people, like keeping the serious people.
All right, these are great. That was your first hot takes question, by the way. We're going to go switch to the third question here. So if you guys want to go ahead and try the third sauce, I think the spice is starting to pick up on these ones.
It is.
It is already. Well, I think we only have a little jalapeno so far, so hopefully you can make it. Don't forget you have your waters. So we're going to talk about what's it actually like at BYU-I. What's your major actually like? So here's a question, and I have these kind of separated by individual, so maybe we'll switch here, Brother Willden, and we'll start with you this time. Cool. So from the front of the classroom, right, you're teaching every day, you're in class. What do students underestimate about the computer science or related, like software engineering majors, until they're actually in it?
I would say that a lot of people underestimate how much problem solving there is and the ability to be able to decompose complex things down into more simple tasks. I mean, going back to AI, interfacing with AI, you kind of have to do the same thing. And if you're building software from scratch by hand, you have to do that also. If you're a manager, you also have to do that. You have to take complex features or directions, initiatives, and break it down into smaller things. So I'd say that's probably one of the things that I think people underestimate.
Yeah. So I'm going to push on this too, because I know you teach a lot of project management classes, and students are making cool projects and coming up with cool ideas. What is the kind of light bulb moment or eyes wide open where they realize, like, this is what I need to learn. This is why I'm here.
Yeah, honestly, if the student picks a project they're deeply interested in and they know it's going to push them, I think they discover those a lot sooner. Like, I have a student right now who is doing an eye tracking app where it will track his eyes and face, what direction he's looking at, and he's able to move a cursor on his computer.
Wow.
And I think he ran into more roadblocks than he expected, but he would have never known how to overcome those unless he even shot first.
That's why I advocate for programming video games.
Yeah.
People think it's easy, but you get into the weeds of
you hit every layer of computer science.
Everything. So here, no stress. I'm going to give you a different question. I know that's pretty deep to teaching and to being faculty. So sophomore, almost a junior, it's not too far in the past that you were a freshman. So walk us through, if you can, like, what's it like being a freshman here at BYU-I? What did you wish you would have known coming into a computer science major as a freshman?
Life here at BYU-I, when I first came here, I was really excited, but also like scared, because I would think like, oh, well, what is going to happen later? And things turned out good. But for my major, things that I would have known before I could come, I wish I had a little bit more knowledge in programming. I did actually online before I came here. Maybe people should have told me more advices on maybe the major that I chose. Because when I came here, I chose software engineering, but people gave me advices on that weren't really what I wanted. So I got advices from my faculty mentor, which really helped me a lot. So I would probably say talk with a faculty mentor. They have more knowledge and they will help you to get where you want to go.
Yes, that was a great point. Did you even know that you had a faculty?
I did.
Okay, you did.
I did, yeah.
This is what some incoming freshmen don't realize they do. And also, even if you don't have an assigned mentor yet, just word to the wise out there. The computer science and engineering department, we're very approachable. So stop by any of our offices, email any of us. We'll get back to you. We want to give you that smoother on-ramp to life at BYU-I. And maybe I can ask a follow-up on that. What is life like at BYU-I? I'd imagine this is kind of very different than your home country. How have you settled here? What should students expect besides just go to class and do the homework?
Not only that, but I would say like engage more into the social life, meet new people every day, not only just in class, but outside, participate in the societies, depends on what your major is. That's where you will meet a lot of new people and networking, which I'm still trying to do.
I think you do a very good job. Right now, you're representing a society, correct? Who you want to give them a shout out? Who you're representing?
It's called SWE, so that's for short. The long name is actually Society of Women in Engineering. And we do different kinds of cool projects. We include also other majors which are not computer science or software engineering. So far, it's been really good. We're doing 2 projects. We're doing an AI chatbot, which is really cool, and I'm a part of that as well, and also a video game budget. It's really fun. So we include every major, no experience, so everyone can come. That's also an invitation as well.
SWE has wonderful toys. They have like all these cool robots and toys, like the ones where you can program them to follow things or race them against things. So it's been a really cool society to come check in on. So, and we have a lot. I think the CSE department has about 12 societies. So tons of ways to get involved. Okay. Here's another hot take. So keep in mind, this could be your opinion. This could be off the wall if you want. So go ahead and try the 4th while I ask this question. So here's the hot take. Did AI change computer science or just change who can actually thrive in it now? And I keep saying computer science, but we offer software engineering, electrical engineering, cybersecurity. So it could be any of those degrees as well. Did AI change it, or did it just change who can actually thrive in that degree? I'll leave that as an open question. Either of you can go first.
I'll go for it. I do think it has definitely impacted it a little bit, but I think what has happened is it shifted a little bit more. Instead of students spending a lot more time at lower level, like syntax, basically on code, it shifted up into a little bit higher level thinking, maybe like systems design or figuring out how to be a product owner and what quality is defined as. So I think it's shifting it up a little bit. Electrical engineering and computer compy, I'm not 100% sure of that one. I'm not part of that. It might have impacted it, probably not as much.
It has changed computer science. It has impacted a lot over the years, but I would say it has also changed the way that we do programming now. Every year is going to change. There's going to be new thing that we're going to learn every year. So as long as we use AI as a learning tool in a good way, we will understand it even more. Why are we doing this major, and why are we programming, and why are we doing that?
Yeah, I agree with both of your sentiments. There is this doom and gloom that, AI has destroyed software and it's not even a degree worth going into now. And that's something we hope to dispel. I mean, all universities are seeing a slight dip in numbers, some more than others. But I've seen with my students who leverage AI and truly get it, that they're going far and above what we were able to even teach them before. We're having project classes, as freshman year, and they're building stuff that juniors and seniors would be building. Now, maybe it might not have the polish that a junior or senior would have on it, but I mean, imagine that acceleration and where they're going to be in the next 2 to 3 years if they keep that up.
So I will say too that I was looking at internship opportunities or job positions with a couple students, and we looked at OpenAI, Anthropic, Cursor, XAI, or I guess Space XAI, I guess. All of them have actually a lot of software engineering jobs, and those are the very companies who say that software engineering is going to be replaced. So I find it ironic that they're hiring still. So I think that speaks volume just to like what's really kind of happening, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I see a lot of the left hand not talking to the right hand.
Yeah.
And then that's what's causing a lot of the anxiety in the industry. Do you have anything else you want to add here?
No.
Okay, so this is above my pay grades. All right, well, let's move to the 5th question. So as I read this out, this is actually going to be, you guys, cool, go try the sauce. This will actually be kind of a 2-parters and different questions for each of you. So, Brother Willden, we're going to start with you. If AI can already write code, what does a CS degree from BYU-Idaho prepare someone to do that AI can't?
Yeah, that's great. I would say it teaches you to think more like an engineer and solving problems and building somewhat complex things. And honestly, a lot of our classes over the past year and a half have been, or even 2 years, have been shifting a lot. Before, we would just spend a short period of time building kind of a simplistic project, perhaps even a little bit canned. And now we have classes, and like I'm teaching a class right now where I'm asking the students to clone down Canvas, because it's open source. They have to add a meaningful feature and then deploy it into AWS within 7 weeks. And they just presented on that this last week, and I was blown away, actually, how far they were able to go. So I feel like we've been able to do a lot more complex stuff. It's been able to help students be more of an engineer, I guess.
Get some into the weeds.
Yeah.
So the follow-up then, Aaron, based on what Brother Willden said, does that line up with how you feel or how you feel students feel in real heart?
Yeah. I mean, as I said, it's been changing a lot, but I would say that with AI so far, the big impact that it has on our lives, I think it's going to change the way that we think how we should code, and also like how can we improve.
Okay, let's jump to a hot take that I actually want to get your guys' opinions on this. So go ahead and try your next sauce. Hopefully you can feel it getting spicy. I think I see Hera struggling.
I'm fine.
You're fine? You got it? Do the things you do outside class, clubs, projects, societies, shape your career more than the coursework?
I would say, yeah, more than the coursework. And I think through that, I would say we can have more experience outside of what we do in our coursework. So I would say that. I'm not saying that coursework is not bad. You learn like the core, I would say, like the principles, or like how you should write that code. And then outside of the class, which is the activities, you learn more than what you've done from the coursework. It also helps you a lot with the resume as well.
So, Brother Willden?
Honestly, I think one of the biggest benefits of college is the networking, because maybe 3 years from now, you might look at old classmates and say, he or she is in the company I want to work for, and they don't allow people outside unless they have a referral. So I'm going to reach out to my classmate. So how I envision college, like it's like 30% what you're taught, what you know, 30% what you could do, and then like the 40% is interactions and soft skills and networking.
I would have to agree with that too, right? And I will say, to kind of take a different spin on your answers, I think the students that get involved, that don't do just the bare minimum, are the students that thrive here and that thrive after graduation. They're able to get a job faster. They're able to get a job they enjoy more than the average student that kind of just checked the box, came and went. The students that do that, I see they go the furthest. But also, to your point, Chase, they have a better network because they're just out there having fun and applying your degree. Their network just naturally grows.
I was looking at like all of my jobs I've been able to get because of networking, someone I know, except for one. But I only got that one because the hiring manager happened to go to the exact same school around the same time I did. So we had an immediate connection. So networking goes a long way. Yeah,
that's the key I'm hearing, networking for the win. When you have time, I think, your 4 years or so here gives you a chance to practice that before you're out in the industry, out in the real world, so to speak, and having to figure it out on your own.
And if you're a cyber student, when I say networking, it's not physical networking like with wires. It's human networking.
Yeah, just kidding. To use cyber term, just the human. So I put the spiciest last, so be prepared for this. But go ahead, you can try the 7th sauce, I think is what we're up to now. And again, this is kind of where we split the questions between the two of you, but we want to talk more about what helped, where are you going, where are we going as a school, and so maybe Brother Willden, we'll start with you this time. What should a CS student, or again, any of the majors we offer here, be paying attention to right now that you feel they're not?
That's a great question. I would say probably 2 things, actually. There's a group of students that don't pay enough attention to what's actually happening in the industry, maybe technologies. whatever. That's more into the tech side. But I would also say pay more attention into who you're being developed as. Honestly, a huge part of college too is developing what kind of character you want to be. So if you find yourself missing every other class because you stayed up until 3 a.m. playing games and whatever, that's kind of who you're developing as. Maybe you should just reevaluate and take your career and schooling a little bit more seriously. Or maybe if you find out you're really struggling really hard, maybe you should take a little break from college and go work and then come back a little bit later.
Yeah, and so, I mean, to summarize what I'm hearing, there's career prep starts day one.
Yep.
All right, it doesn't start the day you graduate.
100%, yeah.
Hera, you can add to that if you like, but I have a separate question for you too.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, you're like, one specific thing, a professor, a class, a project, maybe the society you're in, that made you feel like you belong in computer science, that made you feel like, you know what, I am in the right degree.
The society that I'm in right now as it's one of the reasons why I switched to computer science, because I have a lot of friends who are like junior. I met them last semester and they told me a lot about why that major would say a little bit better. I'm not offending the other majors, it's just they're all cool, but I was really curious, like asking them like, why is everyone choosing computer science? Like, what should I do for this major? Like, what, like, I was asking them also about like after university, and they told me so many good advices about it's not just the degree. It's like you learn more, and in that way you can like develop as a person and what you want to become in the future. That really helped me a lot. And also the projects that I'm doing this semester has also like helped me so far, still learning, as I said in the beginning. So I'm still learning every day, and I will forever. So that's what we're in this life for. So
yeah. So you mentioned opportunities, which I'll call projects.
Yeah.
You mentioned that as well. And you essentially mentioned networking again. Seems to be a theme, which I support. So I know students are going to ask, especially prospective students out there, if you're thinking of transferring here or coming out of high school, has this been a big time commitment on you? I mean, you've been in a society, but does it feel like, oh man, this is a drain on my schedule, or is it just fit?
No, it has been, for me, I would describe it as fun and exciting. So it has been really good. If you do something that you enjoy, you'll find it like fun and entertaining. It will not drain you.
And I agree with that. I'm glad you said that. See, I didn't put the words in your mouth, people. I should probably preface this. I'm actually an advisor over our computing society, which is the parent society to all societies in our department. And that's what I hear time and again from students is...
And patience.
Oh.
Computer science is like this patience. Like, if you get frustrated, it's fine. Like, that's what we're here for. Patience is the key to learn and be who we are now and in the future.
I joke with all my students, my programming classes that I teach, is like, you can't break it, just run your code.
Yeah.
With a slight caveat that, you could wipe...
Sometimes you can break it.
Okay, these are great answers. We're going to move then to what I like to call, this is new actually, We're calling this the last bite, because it literally is the last bite. But the last bite is also your chance to just share anything you want. I have a question here that I'm going to read, but you can also completely ignore it, because this is your last bite. You can share whatever you want with the audience, future students, your future self, whatever comes to mind. So go ahead, try your last bite. I will warn you, that's probably the spiciest one we have.
Bring it on.
So here's the open-ended question, but again, you can take it away. It's your last bite. This is the last bite, so it's yours. Say anything to a student watching, anything you wish someone had told you, anything still on your chest about this department or about the degrees we offer or about what is ahead. The floor is yours.
Okay, I'm going to go. First of all, believe in yourself. Even though things might be hard, just keep up the work, believe, have faith, and everything will go well. That's why we're here in this earth, to learn and to grow and to shape ourselves as a person. And I would say the other one, for future coming students, at first semester it might be hard, but you'll get used to it later. As I said, networking, many people study, take school very seriously, and also take it step by step. And also, it's okay to have fun as well. Balanced life is really important too. And for my future self, I think probably my future self would be really happy, like, where I'm going so far. So we'll see. Like, life is very beautiful and it can happen in very unexpected ways. So that's what I would say.
Awesome. I appreciate it. Brother Willden?
Yeah, I'd say two things. So one is, one thing really unique with BYU-Idaho is we get to practice becoming disciples. So I would say don't be afraid to practice that even more seriously, because it will change your life. It's amazing. And then the second thing, a little bit unrelated, I guess, or could be related. I don't know if anybody agrees with me on this, but I think every student should start a business and build a product for your business. So you get to learn what customers like, how to get customers, what makes people interested in your things, what time you should focus on. If you spend all your time on fixing this random thing that nobody cares about and everything else struggles, but it just puts a really good perspective around what you're building. And then additionally, you're able to throw that on your resume too.
Absolutely. If I can piggyback on that, I ran my own business for a little over 10 years. So I was kind of an entrepreneur, and I always explain it to people that unfortunately I was never able to be a technical specialist because I didn't have the time. But I became a technical generalist because in my business I had all kinds of clients, all kinds of different software needs, tech needs. I even did a little IT. I just like that business, but whatever pays the bills, right? Puts that on the table. But I will say, to your point, that those 10 plus years where I did that was constantly having to learn and teach myself whatever my clients needed to solve their problem. That was rewarding to me. Those are the skills I'm using now as a teacher or now in other business ventures that I do, friends or with family. And so if being an entrepreneur or running your own business scares you, I think that's okay. Still embrace the things you would get from that process. So in my case, what I got from that process is it forced me to learn all these crazy things. I became an e-commerce guru for 5 years because I had so many clients that needed software. I think I used Magento for the longest time, and man, that is a hard software to run alone. I was the only dev because these companies couldn't afford more than just me. But to your point, like, that grew me a lot. And you don't have to run a business to do that. But Hera, you've kind of said it several times in this interview. You just have to be motivated enough to take that product on and just go try it. So sorry, I didn't mean to steal the last bite. So in closing, is there anything else you'd like to share? Anything that came to mind?
You've pretty said everything. So
I'm sure good. Brother Willden?
I will say the lingering question in everybody's head is, should I pursue a technical degree in the world of AI? I would say, what better time to pursue a technical degree than in the world of AI? You get to go so much further, so much faster, and do so much neater things. So I would say you should totally join our department. Pick one of the majors and just go for it.
Thank you guys for coming in. And again, low budget. So I guess I mixed up that last sauce. It was not very spicy at all.
having that.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for coming.